Alien Earth, the new series set to air on the FX network, is on the horizon. Recently, a pair of teaser trailers were released, one revealing footage from the series for the first time, and the other dropping some details about where exactly it fits into the overall Alien franchise timeline. The first of the footage we saw came last week as part of a Disney Plus presentation titled Coming in 2025, which teased a number of different upcoming films and series from the studio. A small segment was dedicated to Alien Earth, and we got a first look at some footage from the series. This included a handful of shots, including terrain on Earth, a familiar, ominous corridor, what appears to be a group of soldiers emerging from the water, entering a cave, a shot of its lead actress, Sydney Chandler, another character seemingly in distress, and some quick xenomorph money shots. The 7 seconds of footage is accompanied by a voiceover from a currently unknown male character. He says, "This ship collected specimens from a faraway moon. Monsters." This all seems to begin to paint a picture of what its overall story may be. During the same time, Disney released a very brief synopsis of the series, letting us know generally what we can expect. When a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman and a ragtag group of tactical soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them face to face with the planet's greatest threat. And that's all we have to know so far, plot-wise. Now, for some time, it was believed the events of Alien Earth were meant to take place very early on in the overall timeline of events. Either due to misinterpretation or intentionally false information, we were expecting this series to take place before the events of Prometheus. A little bit curious, and kind of a bold move to have this story precede the Weyland Corporation's fatal discovery on the moon of LV-223. The engineers, the ships, the ampules of the unpredictable black goo. Somehow, this was all going to be recontextualized, and apparently mankind encountered the xenomorph XX-121 creature on Earth before all of this. Something never really felt quite right about that for me, and it was giving me concerns this would end up feeling, at least timeline-wise, more like the Alien vs. Predator movies than a proper Alien prequel story. My philosophy has always been, if the story is good enough and it's able to justify its place in the timeline, then it doesn't matter too much. So I tried not to have too many concerns about that. As it would turn out, though, we were wrong about the timeline. We were so wrong. In a teaser trailer released just yesterday, the exact year in which the events of Alien Earth take place was firmly announced. It's a brief teaser, not showing too much other than an image of an alien with the Earth reflected in its dome, but it comes with an interesting tagline. In 2120, Mother Earth is expecting. Just a quick side note, this teaser is very clearly a riff on the infamous teaser trailer for Alien 3, which declared that, in 1992 we will discover on Earth, everyone can hear you scream. Even the narrator sounds suspiciously similar.
In 2120, Mother Earth is expecting.
In 1992, we will discover on Earth, everyone can hear you scream.
I don't think that's a coincidence. So it was a nice touch, and maybe offered some hope for fans who may have been eagerly awaiting the Alien story set on Earth for the past 32 years now. But the key piece of information here is the confirmation that this particular story is set in the year 2120. To give you a sense of context, the events of Prometheus occur in the year 2093. The events of Alien Covenant are set in 2101, and the events of Alien are in the year 2122. So this would mean that Alien Earth officially takes place during events set between Alien Covenant and before Alien. 19 years after Covenant's events, and a mere 2 years before everything taking place with the Nostromo crew in Alien. The implications of being at this point in the timeline are quite interesting, and as a fan excites me more with the possibilities than if it were a pre-Prometheus story. I've maintained my admiration for Ridley Scott's prequel, and I thought it was great that Alien Romulus actually incorporated a good deal of their elements into their story. With Scott also producing this series, possibly Alien Earth will fill in further blank spaces for those still eager to know what may have happened after the events of Alien Covenant. Maybe we haven't seen the last of the nefarious plans of Peter Weyland's surrogate son, the android David 8. The ending of Alien Covenant makes it clear that David was on his way to Origai 6, the original destination for the Covenant crew's colony. Along with him, a cargo of roughly 2,000 human colonists in hypersleep, 1,100 human embryos, and an undetermined amount of facehugger specimens. Much could have happened in the 19 years between Covenant and this upcoming series. David may very well have reached Origai 6, harvested his colony propagating the perfect organism, and made his way back to Earth. Could the crash-landed ship full of monsters referred to in the teaser trailer footage actually be the Covenant? I think that could be a very nice way of tying these stories together. For now, though, all we can do is speculate. While the teaser was short, it left us with a fair amount to chew on. It ends with some quick, distorted flashes. Pausing these images seems to reveal the following: the opening of an alien egg, a facehugger latching onto a helmeted victim reminiscent of Kane from the original film, a man screaming in terror, and a perplexing image of some kind of creature's eye. This in particular is sparking some curiosity. Is this some new kind of creature? A result of experimentation? It looks almost like a cow's eye to me, so maybe there is some aspect to this series where there are experiments with animal life. Or maybe animal life just becomes an unfortunate host by happenstance. If it is a cow, or let's say even an ox, then this would signal the return of the quadruped or runner alien as seen in Alien 3. I'd be all for that since I've always been a big fan of that design. I think it's high time we see it again, and I'd be interested in seeing what they could pull off with modern special effects. There's still plenty of time to take our guesses as to the plot and what this series will feature, but it will be here before we know it. The teaser also announced when we can expect a premiere. Summer 2025. Not too far off away. So with what we know so far, do you think Alien Earth will include ties to the Ridley Scott prequels? Could that ship of monsters indeed be the Covenant? Or is it something else entirely? And generally, are you looking forward to this series? Comment below and share your thoughts. As always, I'd like to thank you very much for watching today. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel for further updates and further explorations into the Alien universe. I'll see you next time, and until then, this is Alien Theory, signing off.